Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Whoops, I did not on desktop audio, so let me just fix this. Mm. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing a little bit of Nikke. The last time I done Nikke was probably a few months, few weeks, and she's about a month already, so I guess few months not a wrong thing. It's about a month. Since today, for me, at this current time zone, is September already, so yeah. Ugh. Honestly speaking, will I continue streaming on YouTube for now? I think the current answer is yes. The problem is that right now the world is all collectively doing a little bit of censorship, and honestly speaking, there is no place that is really a good place to transition. After looking around, so yeah, it's actually a lot of lose and no winning essentially. Well, I do hope that this is a good place for you to relax and chill out a little bit. There's a few stuff I want to talk about relating to Trails in the Sky as well. My findings and stuff, obviously. So yeah, and I'd like to talk about the newly drama evoked of having Falcon be censored at the source. Um, I'll talk a little bit about that. Previously, we do, have some problem with localization, especially during the Nisa times. There were some problems with the localization team. We had some problem with Nisa and etc. And now with Gang Ho, and it likely also had started with Exceed. So though Exceed, I wasn't that knowledgeable about it. I still am not knowledgeable about that. So there's a lot of stuff I am still missing out from it, and would need a lot of confirmation to even talk about that. So strictly enough, today's stuff will mostly be talking about, well, firstly the storyline, and then I want to see whether I can do the storyline. I have not tried the storyline ever since, but I have gotten a lot of overload gears, at least on Modernia. So she's way more geared up. I have some of my supports being more geared up. I'm also starting to put more overload gears on other characters, because I feel comfortable in doing it. And overload gear itself, even if you don't have the perfect sub stats, is a very huge increase from their 5-star, level 5, tier 9 normal, or even like bonus from it. So yeah. And I've seen a lot of the new content, and it looks interesting enough, so it's not that bad. Though I do find them, Nikke collabing with Resident Evil is a little bit off. I'm not a biggest fan of Resident Evil. It's just not my kind of horror game. Not saying that I don't like, how to say. I guess it's more to say that it's just not my kind of game. I do think the story is okay-ish, but it's not the game I would focus on, nor I would play as effectively. Okay. And the legacy buff, 7 days. Yeah. Let me do all of my dailies first though. Athalesian, that's very easy. Right, I also got a few new characters, Grave being one of them, so yeah. There's a lot of account changes on this one. Update changes, what you call it. So yeah. Of course, I got a very good Rafi doing one of my contents. I think I can destroy this one in one turn. Pretty much. Okay. Easy. Oh. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should, you know, manual it instead of full auto. But there are a lot of changes in relation to JP, and then a lot in EN. So there's so much stuff to talk about. Actually, it's kind of crazy, and not the good stuff to talk about as well. Yeah, give me a sec. I guess it's more like chaos have fully unleashed upon the world. And in that sense, good and evil is a long thing of a past. Values have changed to a point where it's not the same anymore. It's clearly very different, and it should be placed as very different. But I don't expect peace to be coming within the next year or so. I think unrest is the main thing. If this is a news, I would like to think, no, it's just a prediction. It's not fully actual. I mean, there's a lot of unrest, but there's no, the only conflicts right now that I've seen is ID. But in terms of everything else, is it salvageable? Maybe not at this point. Everything has been so screwed up now that I think the only thing is to mitigate at this point. There is no going back to how it was. That's definitely for sure. Trust is utterly broken. Stuff has been affecting other countries in a big wave. So I don't see it as a good thing. There is a need to be countries with mandates and strong support together. If there's none, I think this is pretty much going to spill over and be even worse than what it is now. I think at this point, the floodgates is here. People will have to show what they have done, for sure. Not saying that it's evil, but the consequences of action has started to flow in reverse. A bit weird, but hey, I got 43k now. I've been lacking these tickets for so long. I'm gonna just spend this one. I'm generally really broke. In this scenario, anyway. Can I actually do it like this? Nah, you know what? Let's do a little bit main story before I continue. And then yeah, what's this character? Who's this? What are you again? Exia? Exia Hacker Rabbit. No, I don't like it, sorry. At least I can still say what I want to say, right? So let me get this. By the way, Stormgate is very dead. Feels Batman, but well, that's what they do when they focus on too many things. I think they should just focus on story first, build up a base, followed with arcade, because that's where people will create content and it will cycle itself. Then go into co-op. They did not do that. They screwed up so badly that now they are not even getting the customer base they need. So yeah. So with all that said, best of luck. Tim Mortons and all the rest, I guess. I mean, I have said my dislike of Monk, especially after he took up, change. But I'm not gonna blame him or whatever on this. At this point, it's just like this, right? So. Meanwhile, we have UBF actually creating grades for you to pay to progress in the most extreme form by giving you a grand weapon and give you a full grid to start out with without having to grind, which, you know, I guess that kind of package is very normalized in gacha, and it's priced slightly expensive than a scamcha. So I think in that sense, scamcha now is truly scam, but this one is actually a lot better. Funnily enough, mostly because scamcha has you have a chance of getting a new character, but you are not guaranteed the chance of getting a character. You have a lot of RNG for even good loots at the end. Most of the time you get earrings, which I know people who now min-max to like get the best stats from earrings. I personally don't even do that. So it's kind of broken on that sense. And seeing the economy change to this kind of level is a little bit weird. I mean, I do not know whether side game is really that much in need of money, or whether side game animation is a bad idea. I don't think so though. The animes that they are made are like crazy. The stuff that they made from Uma Musume looks absolutely stunning. Obviously, I don't like Uma as a franchise. More like I'm kind of trying to get out of the side games ecosystem, and in the future probably even gacha ecosystem. Right now, I don't think I'm leaving the gacha ecosystem fully. I think I detracted myself from most of it. New games, I'm not intending to look at it anymore. So effectively, I have whatever games I'm playing right now, or like what I have selected, right? So EDM country music. Oh my. She's gonna be hip hop now. Great figures. Oh. Interesting. Let's see how much we have left here. But I think GBF will continue staying on as a gacha game for like I think another 20 years to come, based on how well successful it is. Hey look, just nice. Congratulations, the instructors at the Rehabilitation Center and the Audit Department of the Central Government have come to the following conclusion. Since her last consultation, there have been no injuries or other such accidents, even when her restraints were removed. This paired with her showing a healthy dedication to her own self-improvement even after leaving solitary isolation. Lead us to believe that Guilty has been fully rehabilitated. I see. I heard about your broken arm. I'm glad you stuck to it. Thank you for not stopping the counseling altogether. That was my initial plan. What, to break my hand? If you hadn't shown even once, I was planning on putting a stop to it all. There were some who felt we should no longer attempt to rehabilitate Guilty. She possesses both the strength and the cunning to potentially lead an insurrection at the center. It's a gamble, but I believe releasing her after her rehabilitation will actually be a benefit to the ARC's safety. If you have failed to show up even once, we had determined that we would change the counselor in charge of her case. I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad you think that. Can I ask you one question? Sure. What do you think ended up helping Guilty? I truly believe that she could have gotten better. That's why. I see. It probably wasn't an easy thing to prove to her. That's certainly something that made you stand out from the other counselors. I think I understand it a bit more, if not completely. But Commander, this is the real thing now. Dealing with Guilty lies solely with you. If she ends up causing trouble for whatever reasons, you will have to answer for it. Therefore, I recommend you continue to communicate with her often and gain her trust just like you did during her rehabilitation. I understand. Well, I've really taken up enough of your time. I'll let you go. After your final session, you both can leave together. You know, talking about this, right? Looking at this, right? I think there's another game which is parallel to this, and that is the Brown Dust, the original one. Imagine when shit hits the fan, like let's say the commander RIP in battle. What's all this crazy maniac Nikke is gonna do? We're gonna have Pro 3.0 and 4.0. Unless they can control themselves and lead as well. But you know, again, them leading is a problem because yeah, I don't even think I can lead. It's not about that. I think it's about mindset. It's about confidence, charismatic, ideology, balancing, and more on like thoughts and depth perception. Those are some stuff that you know down the road. How will this happen? That's the thing. Mana probably have a good depth perception in the sense of that as long as he's alive, everything will be fine. You know, I guess. Thank you, Commander. Don't forget, she's last day of rehabilitation. There you are. How have you been? Well, I did it. I got approval. I'll be leaving this place soon. They were all telling me they trusted me. I didn't break anything, not even when the guards got on my nerves. I did everything they told me to do. I didn't hurt anyone. I behaved myself. How did I do? You did well. I wanted to prove to them I could do it. That was something I wanted to do. What was it again? I know. Yes, I thought. I knew you wouldn't forget. If you said you didn't remember, I would have known you were deceiving me and that would upset me. I'm glad that's not the case. ... I hugged Guilty and proceeded to hold her hand. Guilty carefully grabs my hand as well. I knew it. This is the best feeling. It's only good. This good when it's with you. Really? Counselor, if you become more scared of me and lie, will you still hold me like this? You won't look away or let go of my hand, will you? Are you nervous? Yes, I've never done this. To be honest, I still don't understand why you trust me. I'm confused. Maybe I could confirm that you don't trust me. Give me both hands. I could crush them. Maybe like your hands are engraved on mine, your hands will be even warmer than they are now. That's not how blood flow works. Guilty is a little bit creepy again. But well, what's about the meta unit? I mean, is she really meta though? I think she's more of like a good taunter, so that would be nice. I grabbed Guilty's hands for my strength. I promise it won't happen. Okay, as long as you trust me, I will do the same. The warmth of your hands is the best feeling I could ever hope for. I meet eyes with Guilty so far. Forget, she is a vicious criminal. Are you okay? Do you want to say something? Guilty. Yes? What will you do if you find something you like more than holding my hand? Well, what do you think I'd do? That I break both of your hands? Not because I wanted to, but because I didn't want anyone else to touch them? That I use those two hands to strangle you? Have you lost your faith in me so quickly? Don't be like that. Guilty gently rubbed the back of my hands with her thumb. I've been rehabilitated, don't you know? I'm going to be released. Now I can be with you. Having said that, do you want an honest answer to your question? I'm not so sure. Guilty flashes a big smile. Is that a release? Yep, that's the release. I had to really deliberate on having to do this today. I can get Guilty. Oh, her gun is between the thighs. She really wants those damn hands. Yeah, she really wants those damn hands. Whatever. Yeah, okay. Sounds about right. And we are releasing her. Okay, so we have finished Guilty. We have finished Sin. We left Quincy. Quincy. She's the only one who has gone out right now, right? This is kind of crazy. Let's rehabilitate Quincy. Her name's Quincy. Like Guilty and Sin, she's a heinous criminal. How did she end up here? Initially just for petty crimes, however, they kept adding on to a sentence due to multiple escape attempts. So she's done this often? Yes, it doesn't matter where she's placed, she always tries to escape. When she doesn't know any of her fellow inmates, she always finds a new route. She's referred to as the escape artist. The entire room is sealed tight. It is a complete mystery how she manages to get out. That's partially why most of the counselors have given up on her. because of her constant escape attempts, a proper consultation has never been performed. Wait, there's no counselor able ever to meet her because she's always gone whenever the counselors is here? Dang. She may be different from the other criminals, but that doesn't make her any less bad. You okay, Commander? Is she at the rehabilitation center right now? That's what I mean. Yes, I just confirmed her location a few moments ago. I just hope she can finally be given a proper consultation. Good luck to you. Ah, thanks. I wonder how the story of this will be. Wednesday. The room is oppressively silent. Anyone there? She didn't escape again, did she? Are you the new counselor by any chance? I thought you said she hasn't ever met a counselor, or did I misread it? Oh, my goodness. You shouldn't turn around like that all of a sudden. You startled me. Where do you come from? What do you mean? I was behind you the entire time. I didn't notice I was being followed. It means she wasn't even in the room to begin with, she was just outside. Seems like you're a little slow on the uptake, just like all the rest. Anyway, nice to meet you. I'm Quincy. What's your name? Hey, Dancho. Wow, what a cool name. Much better than any of the other adult counselors so far. So you have come to have a little chat with me, is that it? I haven't the foggiest idea why you people keep wanting to pick my brain apart. I haven't done anything wrong. I heard you keep escaping. Escape who? You mean me? That's right. Is that what they said? Come now, do I look like someone who would do such a thing? Your silence speaks volumes, counselor. But surely even you can see, there is no way out of this room and there are no tools that I could use to help make a getaway. And look at my hand, I can't even move them. What's with this being our first meeting? I know I'm sure this comes off as a joke, but I assure you the escapes aren't on my back. I'm not capable of it. Besides, if I had escaped, what am I doing here? Think I'm crazy enough to set foot in this place again? See the security camera over there? They're watching me like a hawk. They're still escaping this place. Fancy points at the camera. What a shame to be disappointed so soon. You already prejudiced against me before the consultation has even begun. Then what are you doing here? Because I have committed terrible crimes. Like what? You haven't heard? Alright then, take a guess. Murder? Geez, take it easy, I'm not a monster. Although I suppose that will land you in here as well. Anyway, you're wrong. The answer is, drumroll please, stealing. That's it? I believe this is your wallet, yes? When did you? You first stepped in, it was too easy to resist. It was too easy to... It's too easy to resist. Resist not stealing or resist stealing? It's too easy to resist not stealing. Okay. Yeah, you can have it back. I didn't feel anything. Who makes noise while stealing? Unless you want to get caught. Anywho, now that we have cleared it up, let's change the topic, shall we? How are things in the Ark? Curious about the Ark? Sure, I'm curious. I've been trapped in here for a long time. I don't even remember the last time I was in the Ark. If you do well during this consultation, you will be able to return there. I know that. Even if I pass the consultation with flying colors, that doesn't mean I'm rehabilitated though. That's because you haven't been there half the time. What did they tell you about me? She is pissed. What is up with this face, body, proportions? This looks so wrong. Are you just always this suspicious of people? I was there for every consultation waiting patiently. It's the counselors who never showed up. Am I being a good girl and participating right now? You keep distrusting me, I might get upset. I'm sorry. Jeez, I was kinda half joking. I can't believe you're apologizing just like that. Anyway, since you apologize, you're forgiven. I'm gonna help you get better. You don't say, so you're gonna be at all these consultation meetings? That's right. Hey, alright, you seem like a trustworthy individual. After I'm rehabilitated, what do you say you and I go have a light croquet together? Or what croquet? Light croquet. I heard they're all the rage right now at the Ark. No any good places? Sure, I know one. Nice. Where at, if you ask me? Nothing beats one at the shopping malls. Oh, and then you forgot, you get a figurine if you try out the new flavor. Why are you staring at me like that? You seem to know a lot about the Ark, and how do you manage to have access to a Crockett anyway? And why do you know a more recent news than even the commander? Without any inmates information feeding you. Has she been galloping outside again? So there's no reason to rehabilitate because this place is just free home for her. But then even if the thing doesn't even pick up that she left the place, holy crap, there's a kind of horrible security. Come on, maybe someone cut off, but news about the Ark reaches this place too. We sometimes get special food shipments here as well. Don't be so quick to judge. Would you look at that? We got so carried away chatting that we were all out of time. Bye bye, counselor. Hope to see you again. Is there any reason I wouldn't come back? You never know, I might end up having someone different next time. Still, it was fun talking with someone I could actually communicate with. Even if you have a lot of suspicions about me. Was it good for you as well? I'm sure one day we'll be able to eat cockles together then. You really think so? I'm looking forward to it. See you next time. See ya. This might end up being easier than I thought it would be. And she leaves on the first escape. Hey, at least this is all free. Tomorrow? If tomorrow is a 3, I can actually get it done. To get 108. Is it? No, that's on 3rd day, right? Yeah. Maybe not so easy. Maybe not so easy. But we shall see whether it's possible to do it on that day or not. If not, I have to try to not do it and wait until Thursday to do anything. Okay, so now that we have done all this, just 10 her. Soon we'll be done with this and then we can go with happy. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at the campaign first. We'll try a little bit on campaign. Yeah, I did try to do hard mode. Clean out a lot of places. Did a lot of the stuff regarding we call it this thing, the 8 out of 14 thing. I don't know what it's called. Random loot on the floor, I guess. Okay, so last time we checked this is guys were weak point is Earth. Weak point is Earth. So it's all electric, so I cannot have water. If I have water, I'm screwed. Okay. Good to know. I don't want Alice. Alice is a bad idea. Rather than that, I want to take you. You know what? That should be fine. I think this should be fine. Cannot use water, which is what I have a lot of. Let's try this now. Ooh, that's new OST. Oops, I forgot to. At this point, you need overload gear in the story, so make sure you keep an eye. I think when Mother Will is, you need at least 2 people with some form of at least 2 people with some form of overload gear. I'm glad I didn't push this story.
ねえ、私たちがどれだけ長く一緒にやってきたか知ってんの？足を引っ張る？言っていいことと悪いことがあるでしょ。私たちの何がわかるっていうのよ。そうですよ。本当に失礼しちゃいます。それに短所はお互いにカバーしながら長所を生かすのが舞台じゃないんですか？そうよそうよ。ではあなたたちがラピのどのような点をカバーしているというんですか？ラピは面白くない。でも私たちは面白いです。あとラピは可愛くない。でも私たちは可愛いです。
No Neon, sorry. No Neon. I had to rebut that. You're not cute. You're annoying. Anis, on the other hand, can be cute. But she was more funny most of the time.
ラピはロケットランチャーを撃てない。ショットガンも撃てません。真っ黒な服ばっかり着てる。メガネもかけてないです。
Just cute though, okay.
お尻丸出しで歩いてますし。
Oh gosh, too much info. Too much info. Why do you need to bring out the UWs? Why do you need to bring it out? That's too much, man. That's too far. They have crossed the line. That's enough for you. This is getting embarrassing. Right now? Yes.
開いた口が塞がりませんね。私の言ったことを軽く見ないことです。今まではどうにかなったのでしょうが、いずれ限界を迎える時が来ます。いつまで人に頼るつもりですか？さっきからずっと仲違いしたいみたいな言い方じゃない。どこかに閉じこもって修行でもしてこいってことですか？それに人に頼って何が悪いのよ。お互いフォローしながら強くなっていくものです。そうよそうよ。だいたいあなたは違うっていうの？他人に頼りたくないなら一人でいればいいじゃない。なんでエデンにいるのよ。一人でラプチャーを倒して世界も救えばいいでしょ。ラピを探す話にしたって私たちがドロシーを入れてあげたはずですよね。一緒に行くって言い出したのはドロシーだったじゃないですか。
Neon, please stop.
さては不安だったとか？一人で行くのが。それにいちいち言わなかったけどね。後ろから狙われそうになってたの。何度も助けてあげてるのよ。ちなみに私はアニスが後ろを狙われそうな時に助けてあげました。
God damn it, stop it. Dorothy, what's the purpose of saying all this?
誰かの犠牲を当然のように考えている気がして吐き気がしただけです。はあ？吐き気がする？いいわ、吐かせてあげるわよ。こっち来なさい。待ってください。私が指を突っ込んであげます。
We don't sacrifice each other on our own behalf.
ラピもそう考えているでしょうか？
I do, with absolute certainty.
大した自信ですね。
Oh boy! Oh shit! Okay, finally I can collect this. Man, that's a lot, man. I think we can skip now at this point. Yeah, I've gained so much power that I can skip already at this point. But I mean, for a month I'm not playing to only gain a few thousand. That's really just piss bad. Okay, we leveled up our amount. And this Neon. Oh wait. Are you okay?
大丈夫よ。少し傷つきましたけどね。
I don't believe she intended to be malicious.
どこからどう見てもむき出しの悪意でしたよ。お前たちはクズだ、足を引っ張る虫けらだって言われたのよ。思いっきり目の前で。
She didn't quite face it like that.
ちょっと、指揮官様はどっちの味方なの？今まで一緒に過ごしてきた私たち？それとも出会ったばかりのあの女？ねえ、どっちの味方なの？はっきり決めてください。さもないと私たちはストライキを決行します。
Right. I didn't mean it like that.
冗談よ、冗談。本当ですか？まあ、半分は本気だけど、分かってるわよ。今回の事件で私とネオンが何もできなかったってこと、クローには踊らされて、ヘレティックとトーカティブが出てきた時も手も足も出なかったの。違いますよ。私は大活躍をあれしましたよね。したはずですが。ほら、圧倒的に活躍したのはラピだから、本当に何もしてないって意味じゃなくて。ちょっとどうしたの？はいはい、ネオンも大活躍してたわよ。自分の得点にこだわらないでよね。そうですね。
You did great, Neon.
はい。とにかくドロシーの話が間違ってるわけじゃないのよね。ラピがいなくなった途端に地上に来てあわあわしてるから、実はちょっと感じてたのよ。指揮官様のやることがどんどん大きくなってるのに、私はそこまで成長できてないって。
They are doing this kind of monologue right now. Okay, it's not really monologue that are discussing right now. We can think of it as Johan as well, right? Johan, what does he have to do? He is punching uh raptures, the low level raptures, with his fist. He has been able to do some damage, not kill them obviously. Able to defend himself really well. He's able to take command, find out the stuff he needs to do, and F off. And he has his plans very solid in place, which I think in this point is showing off right now that the main character is able to take more as well. Maybe I think even fight. To some extent, he has definitely some abilities related to regeneration, between his fast regeneration speed. How fast though, not sure, but you know, it's definitely fast. And then we also have to take in the process, which is that Anis and Neon did not improve. Meanwhile, Rappy has hidden functions, and she was part of a elite squad before Absolute. So there's a lot of stuff in it that needs to be said. That the difference in model is one thing. The difference in capability is also very excruciatingly big. That it's very noticeable that Rappy is very far ahead, even in without activating her other forms. Generally speaking, she's already at absolute level. She was already competing probably at the top of absolute, judging from what I've been feeling. Okay, she isn't the best in absolute. Maybe at her normal phase, or maybe she's better. I'm not sure. There's some kind of like connection that I'm still not putting in place. That there might be a barometer of power that is not fully enforced, and obviously, with the current banners, it's gonna be even harder to showcase with their remodeled versions coming out soon. Or should I say it's already been out? I just didn't consider pulling them, and I'm just waiting for them to be stuck in the standard pool before I start pulling them yesterday. So that's another thing that I haven't been putting it on. So yeah.
もちろん成長はしてるわよ。昔より強くなったとは思うわ。でもそれにしたって限界があるっていうか、もともと戦闘に特化した能力はないし仕方ないよねって思ってもいるけど、このままだといつか、本当に
ラピや指揮官様の足を引っ張るかも。
実は私も最近火力がパッとしないのが心配なんですよね。
Lack of
あ
firepower.
まり努力せずにサクッと強くなれるパワーアップイベントとかないでしょうか。
さあね、ないんじゃない？この世の中はね、時間をかけた分のリターンしか手に入らないのよ。
厳しいですね。
とってもね。
でもアニス、私たちはもっとずうずうしくなる必要があると思いませんか？
ちょっと今以上にどうずうずうしくなるっていうのよ。
デルル。
そういう話じゃなくてですね。もちろん至らない点は多いですよ。ラピと比べたら私たちは当然足りないところだらけです。
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Yeah.
そんな風に考えていたら何もできなくなります。未熟な部分は未熟なりに、得意な部分は得意なりに。足を引っ張るとか未熟だからとかいろいろ思い悩んだ結果、何もできずに状況を悪化させるよりはもっと堂々とずうずうしい態度でいる必要があると思います。今持っている財産でベストを尽くすんです。
そうよね。
そうです。
そうね、その通りよ。そもそもラピがあんな風に思ってるはずないわ。自分だけが苦労してるなんて考えたりはしない。いつもベストを尽くしてて、でもそれで自慢なんて当然しないし、誰かを見下して優越感に浸ることもしない。結果がどうなってもただベストを尽くして、うまくいけば喜んでた。うまくいかなければそれはそれでおしまい。誰かを責めたりもしなかったわ。
Chalk it out to luck, huh?
思い上がりかもしれないけど、ラピがそう言られたのは信頼できる仲間がいたからじゃないかしら。
何も言わずにベストを尽くせる仲間である私たちがということですね。
Basically the same line of what the previous line was. The bottom luck final half.
今回も私たちを信じて一人で行ったのよ。
I feel there's lazy writing to just write us the
だか
translation.
ら私たちはドロシーに何を言われようと気にはしません。正確には気にする余裕がありません。
ベストを尽くすだけで精一杯だから。
はい。
Yeah.
まあだからって今の状態で満足って話じゃないわ。いずれはどうにかしなきゃ。
はい。
とにかく今はラピを探しましょう。
はい。早く行きましょう。仲間。
Szechuan isn't technically the best for offense anyway. They are all support clans. So it technically, even in the storyline, I think it matters less in that front. That they do not hold a firepower because Petra has always been support. Whereas, why is it 1 damage? I just let Red Hook carry me. Okay. Do we have more dialogue? No, we do not have more dialogue. Okay. Okay, barometer here. Is there anything here on the left? Probably not. This was old area. Nice thing about taking this long to come back here was because I have the ability to skip now. EX stage. I don't know why I got there, but okay. Now we are able to get back here now.
ボルトと私の勝利じゃ。
194.
エンカウンター頑張りました。行こうぜ。該当地点に移動し
I
ます。
saw it now, yeah.
ボルト行こうかな。
And there is one over here. I'm not gonna read that. I think it's related to Mother Whale. Yeah, okay.
ついていくね、先生。
Continue on.
該当地点に移動します。
よし、デコイは全部巻き終わったわ。
Oh, resting
私も終わり
time.
ました。野営は久しぶりです。
久しぶり？野営なんてしたことなさそうに見えるけど。
そうですか。まあ確かにここ数年はしていませんね。意外ですね。ベッドがないと眠れないわ。
Oh my goodness,
と
what?
思ってました。あとはシルクの布団以外使わないとか。非常に偏ったものの見方をされるようですね。メガネでしたね。メガネだけに。
あ
エデンでは何を食べてるの？
私は基本的に何も食べません。エデンの他の皆さんはいろいろなものを食べますよ。果物、肉、野菜などですね。
はあ、高級食材ばっかり食べてるのね。貴族のお出かけみたいな感じだわ。
効率の面から考えるとそれほどいいものではありません。かさばる割に摂取できるエネルギーはそれほど高くありませんから。あなたたちは何を？
スレンダーミン。
持ってきたものよ。地上には果物とかお肉とかたくさんあるって言うけど、それも探し慣れてる人じゃないとね。私たちは地上に詳しくないし、なかなか見つけられないのよ。
試してみますか？見た目は少しあれですが、なかなかですよ。いいえ、アークのものは食べたくありません。
どうして？
嫌いですから。
Young hands dirty, a
でも
slender
一
mean
つぐ
bar.
らい食べておいてくださいよ。倒れたらどうするんですか？それはパーフェクトですね。
Perfect.
あれ、ご存知でしたか？残念ですね。え、これをレンガじゃないんですか？みたいなリアクションを期待していたのですが、
Of course, Neon will be nice
パー
covered
フェ
for.
クトだけは固くお断りします。
でも何か食べないと。パーフェクト以外に何かない？
結構です。
Let's look at what Sewing gave us.
結構と言いました。
とりあえず見てみる？せっかく持ってきたのに食べないのももったいないし。どれどれ。
あ、ハイパーカロリーバーがありますね。
すごいわね。あ、こっちは何？
ああ、水に入れると膨らむ急速冷凍フルーツですね。
え、そんなのあるの？科学の発展って早すぎない？
Oh gosh, that's like plastic
いつも
food,
こういう
dude.
のを食べてるんでしょうね。
いいなあ、メティス。私たちはいっつもパーフェクトなのに。指揮官様、これ。
Thanks. Feel free to help yourself as well.
ちゃんと食べるから、私のことは心配しないで。
アニス、隣のシェイクを。
Milkshake.
はい。で、これ私のでしょ？自分の分はどうしたのよ？
私の分はもう飲んでしまいました。
堂々と私の分を取ろうとしないでよね。ずうずうしいにも程があるわよ。え、あれ？これってピュアチョコバーじゃない？ 100% 地上の食べ物で作ってるってやつ。
おお、
もうどうやったら手に入るの？さすがミシリスね。指揮官様、このピュアチョコバーの運命は指揮官様に託すわ。
Very well. Here you are, Dorothy. I hand over the chocolate bar to Dorothy. It's made using arc technology, but none of the ingredients are from there. Surely you'll find that satisfactory.
ああ、食器が必要ですか？ いただきます。
Nom nom.
どう？
懐かしい味ですね。よく食べていたものです。
ごっそり？そんなに大好物だった？
Will they see him?
辺
Oh
りを
no.
見てきます。
デコイは巻いてあるわよ。
申し訳ないですが、私は自分の目で確認しないと安心できない性格ですので。
疲れるタイプね。
Dirty gets up and walks off.
師匠、様子がおかしいから見てきて。
Good idea.
話を聞くだけよ。いい？先生、怪我しちゃダメだよ。
They almost take on the squad. Almost went into Overzone again. Come on. We were just so close to Overzone again. That's the closest we ever went back into Overzone, I think. Whew. Man, Overzone. I really need to go back and read up Maidhood's story one more time. Since now I got all these films from the events now. And honestly, I don't mind this way of like preserving story. Quality.
度胸がありますね。いくらデコイがあると言っても、人間一人で歩き回るとは。
I'm no stranger to the surface. Most of my fear has subsided by now.
それで、なぜここへ？
I just wanted to get some fresh air.
そうですか。では、私が他の場所に行きましょう。
The thief walks away. Why do you come to the ark?
皆さん、それが気になるようですね。
No, that's putting it mildly.
そうですね。二人きりですから、正直に教えて差し上げてもいいでしょう。私はアークを破滅させます。偽りの楽園の存在など許されません。
I see.
そっけないですね。私の話を信じていないのですか？
I know you despise the ark, but not enough to want to destroy it.
面白い話ですね。私がアークで何をしたのか、何を準備しているのか、知っているのですか？すべてを見透かしたような態度をとっても、心の弱い者にしか通用しませんよ。残念ながら、私はあなたが想像しているよりもずっと強い心を持っています。少し奇妙な会話になってしまいましたね。
An amusing turn.
あなたに信じてほしいと懇願するような形になるとは、別にどちらでもいいことです。信じるか信じないかはあなた次第です。私は自分がするべきことをするだけですから。
If you really wanted to destroy the ark, you wouldn't have fought with
アー
Nihilista.
クに恩を売るためのとてもいいプレゼントだっただけです。
Honestly, to be fair, if Nihilista managed to absorb every single Nikke in there, I think it would have been the easier choice to destroy the ark there and then. But yeah, that's very true. I think what she wanted is the liberation of Nikke's, number one. Number two, to enact her revenge so that the higher ups of the ark are gone. But if they do mass murder, like what Nihilista was doing, and Johan wasn't there, she probably would also be ousted out of Eden. So she would also have a lot of other problems to deal with. I think what she did was a protocol that is balanced in the sense that she's forced to save the Ark so that she doesn't go out of favor with Eden, but still be able to be taken as Eden's representative per se, and hold power, enough power to sway or to keep the higher ups in the Ark in check. Because obviously they need the power of pilgrims, or should I say the first generation Nikkeis, to even contest properly, which we clearly can tell that that's not the case. No, none of the current frontline squads, even what's it called? Mattis. Mattis is probably, I think, the most offensive squad right now in terms of the Ark. Then we have Tetra, which is more of the underworld queens, and then we have Elysian with Absolute. Absolute is more like a strike target rather than overpower. They don't really have full offensive abilities. They are more like strike the shadows and get out. So their capabilities are all very different. Obviously, we know that when Mantis was controlled by corruption, they were also really hard to beat and they were going haywire. So it really tells you the difference in firepower, their, I guess, strengths, weaknesses of the companies, and showcasing it to how this probably would justify to Dorothy's actions. How much Dorothy wants humanity to fall is unknown, but she definitely wants Ark to fall. But if she wants humanity to fall, she wouldn't work with Johan. She wouldn't work with Cecilia, unless it's like a friend of her friend is an enemy. But I don't personally see that as well, because most of the human ex Nikke in Eden has been of a certain type, quite aptly seen. And it's also different from Pioneer, which we also know that Pioneer's new story is coming out soon. We are gonna have a second half of Pioneer Squad, so I am interested in that one as well. But you know, a lot of stuff to think, I guess. True, and I believe that if it only been once, but you went up against her twice. If the annihilation of the Ark was your goal, you could have simply turned and left. Yet you chose to fight Nihilista. Thanks to you, we were able to arrive in time, and the Ark was spared from complete decimation.
ヘレティックを避けて逃げることはそう簡単なことではありません。
Fighting one certainly isn't any easier.
何が言いたいのですか？
I wanted to thank you. Thank you for protecting the Ark.
あなたは本当に私の言葉を信じる気がないようです。いいでしょう。お好きに考えてください。そこまで頭がお花畑なら、絶望することすらいい経験に感じられるでしょう。
Come on, this is your time.
そろそろ失礼いたします。一人の時間を奪われるのはあまりいい気分ではありませんので、ついてこないでください。
And Dorothy leaves.
該当地点に移動します。ついていくね。
Oh, there is one here.
こっちですか？バレた。
So hard to press this. All
該
cash.
当地点に移動します。該当地点に移動します。
Very easy to hide in the side areas, for sure.
こっち。ついていくね。
指揮官、邪魔者は排除し該当地点。セータは
こっち頑張りました。褒めてください。
いいか。エンカウント。
Okay.
バレた。ボルトと私の勝利
Stage clear. 195.
バレた。行こうかな。
Whoops, there we go.
いいか。
Very nice.
スカート。頑張りました。褒めてくこっち。
随指揮官、該当地点。
スカート。頑張りました。
Okay. EX stage.
該当地点に移動します。
Gonna go forward.
バレた。
準備はいいか。いただろ。
I think we'll do one more story and then we'll end this stream here, I think. In terms of Nikke. I'll be going through a little bit on
の続きを楽し
Trails in the Sky and a few things I have realized. I don't know if people have talked about this. But yeah, okay. Oh, this is the final boss of this chapter. Ah, okay. Then maybe if that's the case, yeah, this is 14 of 14. This is the final boss of this chapter. You know what? If that's the case, I will end the stream for Nikke here. And then we're gonna transition to Chosen the Sky first chapter demo. A short while, obviously. But I really do love the game as well. A lot of people have been spending a lot of time on the game, even just on the demo to complete, well, what I would call an investment of time. Like they really do give their all in trying to make sure that everything is done. So, I think Cyberman has been doing that a lot. He basically finished out, I think, a reasonable amount of like getting the costume unlocked, which is I think is one of the bare minimum if you really want to do it. Not too hard. Yeah, so anyway, if you do enjoy this kind of content for Nikke, please do leave a like, press the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, press the notification bell down below so that whenever I do my streams, you'll be notified, or wherever I do my uploads. And then leave a comment down below. As for the Twitch side, please do leave a follow so that whenever I do stream Nikke, you'll be notified as well. And so with that end, I would end the stream for Nikke. Thank you very much for watching. I'm now going back to the demo of Just the Sky. So I will see you all by transitioning now. So yeah, give me a sec. Okay, so yeah, I'm transitioning right now. Give me a sec. Let me transition away into. There we go. It's just I do not know which one was it, so I'm just gonna scroll through. Anyway, we'll just press the continue button. So for me right now, I have actually done a little bit on Chosen the Sky already, right? So basically, I fully unlocked quads for Estelle. Not that bad, honestly. I realized they implemented some visual changes so they make it easier for you to realize what is going on. I also have unlocked Joshua's second shadow. Shadow time. I just want to get a Castu, wherever that is right now, to put here. And trying to unlock a final slot. And the costume stuff, well, I have gotten an out color. This is basically Joshua's color scheme, if I'm not wrong. But I'm too used to Estelle being brownish orange, so I'm not gonna bother. Alright, so yeah. In terms of like stuff I have for rewards, I have done a lot here. Right, I couldn't do a lot more because each is by chapter log or some other gating, but you know, there are stuff that I do want to try to get. One of them is the Castu, as it. 250 brave attacks, and then tactical bonus of 3 or higher is not a bad one to get as well early. As far as I know, I had calculated it's kind of a bit really hard to actually get 3.0 right now. Firstly, you do not have the speed, you do not have the AoE art that I'm used to get through this. Obviously, I think there are some endgame arts which are multi-hit that I prefer using, but I do not have that access in that. Let me just change it to, on this one, to actually Chosen the Sky now. Let me just update so that Nikke is no longer being shown. Yeah. So basically, a few things I would like to showcase actually is also related to pom farming. Previously, I said for pom farming was not very useful because they nerfed the EXP gain, they nerfed the resource gain from it. Oh crap, I need to actually close off my browser because it's actually the FPS does tank quite a lot. As said, I really enjoy having Durante spot. not having Durante's port really is a little bit painful. Falcom, please fix this. Like really, I think once you off the browser, it is a lot smoother. It's probably like 60% more consistent, but yeah. Anyway, I grinded the Shining Palm a bit because I saw people talking that it was worth to farm Shining Palms. My opinions of them has not differed too greatly. It's actually pretty decent amount of Sapphire for what you get. Basically, there are two spots. One of the spots is here, right in front of Verte Bridge, near this chest area. The second one that I have consistently found is around this area opposite this chest. So they have a 1 in 6 chance to spawn in each location separately. So if let's say they spawn in both sides, you have rerolled 1 in 6 times twice properly. And after you successfully kill off all 3, there is a chance it will update the map to spawn the Shining Palm again. And it seems to be another 1 in 6 chance. This is the place where you can farm it if they are here. Yeah, this area. So they didn't spawn here. Yeah, I was basically counting, like I grinded like 50 rounds within a span of an hour and a half to check out the consistency of spawning of the Shining Palms. As how you respawn it is basically just go in once the characters actually put away their weapons and the town music plays, you can actually come out, and then if they spawn, they will spawn. If they are not spawning, they are not spawning. And if you really want to, you can just speed up, just follow the road, then turn left at where you see the tower, and then you will usually see if there's any new one. You can also use based on the minimap function. When you're over here, you can check. So there is, it's not here, it's the other side. There is more monsters, I think. So yeah, they're here. Okay, so instantly just start the advantage and use the chain. Okay. I said you need high amount of accuracy to actually even hit any of them, so... Let's just do a chain. Then we'll take a look at the equipment that was given. Okay. Okay, we'll do Tower Blur? Tower Blur is B. I want to see whether the steel will work. Okay, thank you. Follow up. Now the chance of dropping it seems to dropping any of the main items from the Shining Palm seems to be 1 in 10 or 1 in 12. It seems right, I do not have full proper testing, but out of my 12 battles, 20 over battles, because I did do a 2 hour and I did run like many times over. Their item drops, which are these two, T Anklet and Crest Charm, they don't drop that often, firstly. Secondly, I have some problem with what they try to do. Now, if you know about status ailments in Zeki, most of the time you want the ones that are highest, and obviously the ones that were highest right now are 75% for certain items. And then they came up with this resist status elements at 30%. What I don't like about this is that even with 2 of them, there's 60% to resist every status ailment. Which I guess in most cases, status ailments are not high in chance in the first place. They do come up often, maybe more than 60% of the time if you do not have a resist, but the chances of inflicting it isn't 100%, if I'm not wrong. So there is a way that this 60% might make it to be maybe a 10% or something. But with the stat being Art Evasion versus a T Anklet, and the T Anklet has another problem, which is this is the first time I see a accessory giving only 10% as a stat. Which makes me think that there might be evasion 4 quads in here. So to get even maybe 100. Or they follow most of the first game's logic and their first games will not have the evasion necessary to get 100%. Which is something I'm more inclined to believe in. But to be honest, I think going green spears at the start is better because you gain speed, you gain crit, you gain evasion, art evasion, resist 3 status elements, which I find are more problematic than most. Right? Poison is probably the least. At this point, silver earrings, I'm fully resist to poison when I go with setup. I don't think I need silver earrings. I could just go with speed plus 5 movement plus sleep resist for this if I want to even. I just have the HP just because HP is a nice stat to have for any equation. Or if I can just do this and then run with this one, I have 30%, so I have 100% immunity to all of this. And gain art evasion. Which, in a certain sense, why do you need so much art evasion? Do you counter art evasion? Is that a stat that I'm actually gonna be looking forward to? I have not tested that, and it's very hard to test that with 20%, obviously. If you can test it, that's a good thing. I think it's too infrequent for you to test it. Most enemies don't use arts. So yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna run back and forth, so I'm just gonna showcase why I feel like the palm farming isn't that good right now. It's not as if the stats it adds every stats plus 5 or something, making it like decently broken. Like it's like you are equipping this is giving you a 1 level bonus or 2 level bonus. It's not that it's doing that. It's way rarer, and just to get a 30% resist, so that if you have 1 resist already, you can just run that and then you're fully resisted. That doesn't feel great, honestly. And then you can't really use your T anklet properly to make it everything great again. Obviously, movement plus 5 is really good in a current game scenario because movement means you have more chance of positioning yourself better. With 25% evasion being in the first part, chapter 1, I think it's not bad. You don't have evasion 2 equipped, I think. So there is that statement to look at, but yeah. I bought a quest cast 1, whereas I just realized I can just wait for cast 2 after doing the grind. So there is that kind of logic flowing through it, and well, yeah, that's just how it is. Also, what do you call it? There was a city, not city. There was a cave that I was talking about previously. That I say is good for leveling. That is a better place for leveling and better place for farming Sapphire if you really need to. I'm just gonna run through here, then if I don't see any more pom spawns, I'm going to teleport to the other gate to actually show you that I actually defeated the mobs there quite a few times already. They are not scary anymore at this point. I think level 10, 11, 12. If you somehow grind to level 12, you're a madman. Oh, there we go. Only 2 is here. Oh. Yeah, so it wouldn't respawn, so see this 24. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport over now. To Guin Gate. Actually, no, the closest place to teleport to is Miswar, actually. I wouldn't recommend farming in this mode. There is a place here where you can farm. I believe it's in this area where there's a lot of bombers. You could grind there. They give a lot of EXP, like crap ton, but it's so difficult to fight that you have to use items all the time. You don't have access to the spells. I mean, you do have access, but you need to squander your ability for wind magic. You need to build fire, heavy fire to do that, and heavy fire means you have lower defense, you have lower speed, and you generally will get caught off guard when they are slain because they will explode upon death. So it's generally not the best one. So this is the one which is fun. Okay. This place is so good for farming EXP and all the quads. Look at that! So crazy. 0 arts. I don't have a line here, so that's the sad thing. How do I want to do this? Let's do it this way. Conqueror. We need to use Excel Craft 1. We need to impede 1. And we need to heal a few times. To get 3.0. Actually, I might not be having enough. Actually. This feels so good, man. Wheel of Fortune is still such a broken ability. I still do not know how Wheel of Fortune activates actually, so I'm still confused. Caught for backup. Hey, that's even better. Call. That just means I can abuse this more. Abuse this place a lot more. There we go. Let me get this one. I want to use items, but $1,960. I do not know whether I have enough. Do I have any items I want to use right now? The thing is, this game is still so early that I have a lot of items. What's the cheapest item that heals the least? You know what? I'm just gonna heal myself. Bishop Wizard. Weakness Striker. This is probably 2.4. 2.9, no! You serious? Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Wow. So what did I not do in this one? I did not. I did double canceller. I did triple brave. First attack, conqueror, overkill, I just needed perfect dodge. I just needed perfect dodge on that one. Perfect dodge and all. Perfect dodge and all. What would be the best one to put here? I think perfect dodge would be really perfect. That I hit 2.9. Oh man. At least now I know 2.9 is possible. That hurts a lot right now. Wait, help button. Okay, where is it? This one. Conqueror, double canceller, which is what I think is pretty good. So that's 0.7. Double counter, which is I think the hardest one. Because we don't have a lot of dodge item. Use 3 item. Item expert. If I have used 3 items, I would have hit that. I blundered it myself. Avenger is a bad idea. Overkill is easy to hit. First attack is easy to hit, yeah. Excel Craft, Weakness Striker, yes. We are definitely not gonna have no damage for this particular case because you do not have the speed to outspeed, neither do you have evasion to do this, neither do you have a taunt. You do not have too much stuff to do no damage, so you can't do that, right? Quick Finish might have been able to do that, but everything there was resistance to physical, and if they are not that, they are not gonna cast arts, so it's gonna be bad. So perfect dodge would have been the second one I could have relied on, and I failed on that one. So yeah, basically, you see, now I'm gonna look at this 2.9, and I'm gonna look at this and be like, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. And I'll be like, oh, I could have done it. I could have done it. Yeah, but basically that's how you get all your items in the prologue basically. So you just basically have to keep on doing this 50-50-50 grind until you reach 500, I think, for my current status. Yeah. Then just go in, come back, and then you will be able to get everything done. So yeah, anyway, I think that's all for the stream today regarding Choice in the Sky first chapter. I gave more thoughts on how I feel about the items that was dropped from the Shining Palm, their rarity, how often I found them, how often they have spawned, and many other things. So yeah, so if you do enjoy this kind of content, please do leave a like. I do tend to focus more on JRPGs, not really gacha. I say that, but I play GBF. Okay, yeah, but I want to pivot away from gacha and go into JRPGs, so that's definitely not a lie. So yeah, and with that said though, thank you very much for watching. I'll end the stream for all right now. So if you're on, I'm not gonna repeat again. It's just pointless. But yeah, I think appreciate anyone who actually stayed on through the extra part on Chosen the Sky first chapter demo. Where I share my findings, share of where you can spawn them, and share how you can find them, what's the spawn rate, and also cost the items and its usability, and the best farming spot in the game right now. You could get similar results in the bombing area. I don't think you should go there though, because that is basically fighting so many bosses at once, or should I say elite mobs at once, that is kind of painful. So I would much appreciate it if you don't have to go through that trouble yourselves. I have went through the trouble myself, that's why I know why it's a pain in the butt. But if you do not need to, you can just choose the easier method, which is here, and you can try to get 3.0 here, which is clearly doable if I am patient. But sadly I'm not, so yeah. Anyway, with that said though, thank you very much for watching. I will end the stream now. I will see whether I can stream tomorrow. If not, the next time I'll stream is Thursday. And then we will take a look and gander back there. So thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.